know how to do this. It's being funny. Oh, come on. There. I need to put this a little higher up. Or back up. Something like that. Supposed to do it. Something like this. It's got to be about that high up. How can I do that? I know. Put the background electric up there. Maybe that'll do it. No, I didn't do it at all. Gonna do it. Okay. Put something else up there. Put chipmunks movies. All three of them. Kinda there. Right? They could put Casper the Friendly Ghost cartoon DVD. That should at least be higher up. How come it's still not doing what I want to do? It's being silly. Alright. This thing you need to stay close. It's higher up. But it wants to move. Oh, come on. Stop flipping around. But it's still not doing what I want to do. This is crazy. I know what I want to do and it's not doing it. It wants to be funny. Okay, we'll be funny. Last night, I came up to Brandon Target and I said, "Hey, Brandon." "Hi, Bill." And I did, well, if I get it right, I'll be doing good. And he goes, "What?" He said, "Yeah, Bill." And he was stirring his coffee. And I said, "Watch." And he said, "Man, you're doing that with one hand." I said, "Yeah." Although, I'm sitting there talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing here. Oh, man. Well, folks, I know what I'm doing, but talking and doing it are two different things. Well, anyway, what I did is I did the stunt, Stephen Brundage idea, and he goes, "Wow, one-handed, how did you do that?" Hey, there's another teen here who can solve the Rubiks Cube. I said, "Oh, yeah," and about that time he showed up. "Hey, this is the guy I was talking about, he could solve the Rubiks Cube." And the guy said, "Yeah, I can." And then Brandon said, "Although you can't do it like Bill can." And he was like, "Huh?" And then I did the trick, and his mouth opened up like this. Like, "What?" And then Brandon's like, "I can do the checkerboard." I said, "Oh, you mean like this?" "Oh, yeah, and here's 6 boxes, and here's checkerboard with 6 boxes." And he goes, "Huh?" And then 4 crosses and checkers and all this stuff. And he was like, "Wow, man, Bill." He looked at his watch. I gotta go." And I said, "Okay, see ya." And then Jared I was talking a grown-up guy named Jared. He said, "When did you learn to solve the Rubik's Cube?" Uh, well, if you're talking about trick shots, just recently, the the video Stephen Brundage Cube 3, the guy Stephen Brundage did good on America's Got Talent twice, and he won the trophy on Penn and Teller Fullest. And I got to learn the imagination solve next, but I got the other two, the instant solve and toss-up solve, but I don't toss, I just do it in the hand. Even Stephen Brundage says if you don't toss in there, you can just act like you just rubbed it around in your hand and it got solved instantly that way. But Wayne Berry Sunday morning was impressed too. And Jared says, and I said, if you're talking about solving the Rubik's Cube, I learned to solve the Rubik's Cube, Erno Rubiks Cube in the 1980s. And I do magic tricks. You do magic tricks? Yeah. I learned, I've been doing losing magic tricks since 5 years old. 5 years old? Wow. And I said, that I record, me and Bob Scoper took me to see Copperfield in 1980s at Chrysler Hall. Then the Story family took Tommy, and then me, and then Michael Klein and Dave Duncan, and there was Matt Galloway and all that. I went the whole 9 yards with that. And I said later on, our friend Dave Duncan got connected to J.A. Corn, Magical Film Tape Librarian. And this is before Facebook and YouTube, and we shared videos back and forth. We made copies and shared each other to all magicians around the world, and then $20 for a copy, back and forth, and get the catalog. And he was like a treasure trove full of all of it. Anyway, then Facebook and YouTube came, and everybody shared all at once on YouTube and Facebook, and now, we have it on VCR and transferred on DVD discs, and then Facebook and YouTube, we just shared it for everybody, because, and he said, oh, I can see that, and but I do magic tricks with cards, coins, rubber bands, and I teach. You teach? Yeah. On Facebook and YouTube, I teach how to do the Rubiks Cube, some maneuvers of trick routines. Basically, what I was saying, but I didn't get to say it because I had a story of Kim about to head for me to head out with her, because she's my ride. Because she takes me there and brings me back, but she also goes to Good News too. So does Tommy and Banshee. They only go in the morning, and so on Sundays. They don't go Wednesday nights. They don't go Sunday nights, because it's getting close to the end times when God's coming around the corner. That's what Tommy says. So, and if Tommy's not going, then Banshee's not going. Banshee mimics Tommy, like a mockingbird. Anyway, the only time they came at night is when they came in her mom's car, when she was going to come down and join the Church of Good News. But, because she was a member of Sweet Haven. Well, you get the idea. Let's see. I forgot what I was talking about. Well, anyway, everybody enjoyed the magic tricks that I did and everything. But I said, yeah, I teach magic tricks on YouTube and Facebook, and coins and cards were banned and everybody. Well, I guess I just gotta solve it right now. Okay. trying to think. So, yeah, I'm going to make blue the top. There. Okay, where's the blue? Oh, there it is. There. Now I'll work with the bottom. Somehow I made a wrong turn. I don't know how I did that. Oh. See, it's kind of hard to keep this in both unless I'm watching the camera. But I need to focus on what colors I'm using on the cube. So I'm down like this and nobody can't see what I'm doing. Gotta find two, it's done. See, that's done. Might be diagonal. No, let me try this. Okay. See, yeah. So it's these two, it's vertical. And just like that. It was good that it had reason, and I can't think of the other guy's name, that came and prayed with me and Mike Phillips. It was nice how we prayed to people on the prayer list. And that includes the commander and chief and White House. And we prayed for the teens and the juniors to have safe trips at Christian camps and souls get saved. Even for vacation Bible school on to Treasure Island. And the teens help in that department also. They help in the week skits and stuff. And Pastor Cole does the video recording. And then all the other people help out too. Then they put it all together. I told Pastor Walt Coles that he's another Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, and he's like, oh Bill, I'm not that good, but if you say so. And Jared says, do you ever saw it during church? I go, no, but before church. I would have showed it to the pastor. I bet he'd be amazed. I said, I did. Before church service started, I did the Stephen Brun did an instant solve. And when I look up, Pastor Asher was smiling. And he was so much amazed that he said, hey, where did the ushers go? And the deacons, oh, I know. Whoa, I guess they disappeared. And then when he came back in with the messages that people needed that didn't get any yet, he said, oh, they appeared. And Bob Scofield said, that's the way to do it, Bill. He was so much in magic mode. That's the way to do it. I said, Bob Scofield took me to see the Copperfield show and then the stories and all that. And then Bob Scofield does magic tricks, and I didn't have time to say that Fred Stahl does magic tricks, but he's in heaven now. Okay, let's try this again. Like I tell everyone, I can pick any color and do the trick shots, but like Jared, like Stephen Brundage said, stick with the color pattern that he uses to go with the video. And it's not a bad idea to do. That way you can understand what's going on when you use the same color pattern. But I've had a purple color of a Rubik's Cube. I had like normal colors, but one of the colors were purple. And if you ain't got the same color, then you just have to do the maneuver, but with the purple, because it doesn't matter what color it is, as long as you do the pattern, and it'll work. The ideal solution has a color pattern, but you just use whatever color you have on your Rubik's Cube. You're doing the same thing. You just substitute. If it's blue and you ain't got blue and it substitutes purple, use purple as blue, if you get what I'm saying. It's like in Illusion Magic books that if you're right-handed, usually the instructions are in right-handed, but it says if you're left-handed, then do the same thing as your left hand. Anyway, but I said, Brandon, oh, you said checkerboard? And I went like this. And his friend that consulted Rubiks Cube watched me did that. He says, yeah, checkerboard. He said, that's easiest for me to do, Brandon says. Brandon Tarkinen. His brother is Landon Tarkinen. Anyway, then I went like this and put it back. And I said, but then you can also do this. He goes, what? And then that's called 6 boxes. And then you just do like you're doing checkerboards. He goes, what? And I said, yeah. Now you got a different kind of checkerboard. And then if you do this, if I do it right, well, I know what I'm doing, but I can't seem to want to do it right. Well, this is still 6 boxes, but okay, I put it back. Alright, now watch this. Whoops, wrong way. See, you got 2 sides done and 4 boxes. Then I take that and go like this. And now you got 4 crosses. He goes, huh? 4 crosses plus 2 checkers. See, I got 2 checkers plus 4 crosses. And then I go like this. And then I take it like this. And then and put this in the color pattern like that. And then he said, show such and such. I think the guy's name is Williams. I think it's his name. Show William. It's interesting. My name is William. His name is William. I think that's who that guy's name is. I think need to ask Brandon again. But anyway, he said, show. He pointed to his friend. He's the one that can solve Rubiks Cube too. Oh, he can? I was thinking let him solve it, but Miss Story could come any minute and head home. So I know I didn't have time. Now, if it was Bob Schofield, he stays as long as possible to get the afterglow. And when we come back, we lock up everything and put the shuttle van bus up. And we're the only ones there. After we dropping everybody off, we come back, put the van up, lock it up, and then make sure everything's locked up in the buildings, and then throw the trash out by the black mailbox, and then lock all the doors on the van. Well, we would have done that already. And then get into Bob's car and head out. Bob Schofield's license plate is B Daddy. Leslie, his daughter's son, JJ, who's now a 6-year-old, calls him B Daddy. So he's like, when he got a new car, he put the license plate B Daddy. Alright, okay. Bob Schofield and Fred Stoll, Mr. and Miss Larry, I knew them in the 1980s. And Mark and Patty Taylor, and Mike and Marty Rock, Rusty Diller, Nancy Diller, and all their children, and Pastor Ward Mac Palmer, and Mary Beth Mac Bass Palmer, and their daughter Joy Palmer, and their son Tim Palmer, then John Palmer, then Stephen Palmer, and Paul Self. Paul Self taught me how to juggle. Then I taught John Palmer how to juggle, and Matt Palmer thanked me for teaching him how to juggle. But I said, well, Paul Self taught me. And he said, well, that's good that you taught my son, because he was reading a book and couldn't understand it. And when I passed the milk and spiritual milk and spiritual meat thing during this inspiration teen activity, Pastor Ward Mike Palmer congratulated me getting past the book. I said, you're welcome. Then he showed me a trick he could do. He did an illusion where he made his arm spin around 360 and made it stretch real long. So I thought it was a pretty neat trick. He drove a Studebaker. It's the very same one that on the Muppet Show. I mean, it's not the same one, but it's the same make on the Muppet movie show, Studebaker, that Fonzie Bear drives. It's the very same one. Okay, let me do this right here. This goes like that. And anyway, Brandon Targan said, show my friend here. And then I went like this. Well, provided I do it right. And he says, wow, one-handed. I went like that. And there, he was like, wow. And his friend that consulted Rubiks Cube went,